Ah, hello, dear. I see you're finally conscious. Oh my, I don't think you quite understand how long I've been waiting for you to wake up. It's been hours, sweetheart. You seem to still be groggy. In which case, why don't I tell you how you got here? Well, naturally, I just found you floating like a piece of kelp. When I came across you, you seemed to be trapped by your floating coral. At first I assumed you were dead, and so, assuming I got myself a free snack, I freed you. And as I was swimming with your limp body in my arms, I realized you still had a pulse. And then I was left wondering if I should eat you anyway. But then I realized how enticing you actually were. We don't actually interact with humans very often, but I can certainly realize when one is attractive. Not to mention the fact that you looked adorable lying defenseless in my arms. I could have done anything I wanted to at that moment. You're lucky I decided otherwise. I happen to remember humans can't breathe underwater, and so decided to take you to this cave. Yes, it is underwater. If you're wondering about the oxygen running out, you don't need to be afraid. This is a large cave with plenty of ways for oxygen to enter. You best be getting comfy. You'll be here for a while. You seem confused. Well, my dear, if you haven't figured it out already, then I guess I'll have to explain further. The only reason I kept you alive is because we are going to be getting married. You seem to appear shocked. Am I not attractive to you? Oh yeah, humans can't see in the dark. There, that should be enough light for you to see me in all of my glory. Well, some of my glory. Okay, whatever you can see by my light. Somehow you look even more scared. I didn't realize my face and pointed teeth were that intimidating. Humans really are such a silly species. They always seem to be so timid when in a position they can't control. Well, no need to worry. I mean you no harm as long as you do not wish to escape. You see my strong, muscular body? Well, darling, it isn't just for show. I can swim much faster than you. My sleek, streamlined physique means I could catch up to you in an instant if you tried to get away. And well, I'm not exactly known for being merciful around these parts. Besides, without my help, you wouldn't be able to hold your breath long enough to escape this cave. No matter how athletic they may be, humans are far too slow in the water. Well, compared to me, at least. Anyway, as I was saying before, I've decided that you will belong to me from now on. You will stay inside this cave until I decide otherwise, and I will supply you with all the food and fresh water you need. You seem to be wondering how. Well, if you really want to know, I happen to be acquainted with an old sea witch. Her knowledge in brewing potions is quite extensive, and I happen to be a noble, in case you hadn't noticed, by my wonderfully decorated body. So, of course, I happen to be able to enjoy the luxuries of what my riches can get me. And do you know what that includes? Why, being able to go on land, of course. What did you think I was going to say? That I was simply just going to get you the food and the water you need under the sea? Well, that would work. However, you as a human cannot just drink salt water, as you should know, unless you want to die of dehydration. So, to make sure you stay alive, I shall be going to land to retrieve drinkable water. I wouldn't want my spouse-to-be dying too soon, before I'd even gotten the chance to enjoy them yet. You know, you should really be thanking me. It's not every day I rescue a human from death, and claim them as my own. I don't do this very often at all, and I don't think you quite understand how many others would long to be in your position. Being looked after by someone with status like me, not to mention my strength. Besides, many other sea folk to have seen you there probably would have eaten you up without a second thought if they had been in my place. You are also lucky I decided to wait. You seem to be squirming a lot. Does the prospect of marriage make you uncomfortable, perhaps? It's not like we're getting married today or anything. No, no. I want my love to be in peak condition when we are joined as one, and therefore I will be waiting until you are ready. Not quite as fun getting married to someone who is crying at the altar after all, let alone when we are consummating the marriage afterwards. I'm not a monster after all. I can be caring if you want me to be. I can hold you close, give you all the attention you desire, and all the while whisper sweet nothings into your ear. I can be the very man you desire, the man of your dreams, the one you've been waiting for all of your life. There is very little reason to be unhappy with me. As I mentioned before, if I had not come across you, you would have died. All alone. The humans on the outside most likely assume you're dead anyway. I mean, you've disappeared, with little to no evidence pointing from where you could be, apart from small traces of blood from where you'd been trapped by the coral. Which probably have dissipated by now. They'll never find you, and you won't be returning to them. I mean, to be fair, I could be executed if I were to release you. You've seen and interacted with me. What a pity. You now know enough not to be allowed back to your kind. In fact, if I were to let you go, not only would I be executed, but you as well. They have beasts that can hunt you down much more effectively than those dogs you have on land. They've seen me with you, carrying you in my arms very gently. They knew if I'd been aiming to eat you, I would be carrying you a bit more carelessly. They knew I had plans for you. If they see you from now on without me, there is a good chance there won't be 2 minutes before you are decapitated by their jaws, even if you happen to disguise your appearance. Your blood was out on display for everyone. They have your scent, and you wouldn't be able to fool them even if you tried. Certainly not in that way. And again, if you did end up trying it, you would end up nothing more than a mangled corpse. One thing I hope we can both agree would not be a desirable outcome. So, I guess in the end, it's one of those be with me or die scenarios. I mean, it could be much worse for you. In fact, if I wanted to, I could kill and eat you in any moment I pleased. That would certainly prevent me from dying, and you escaping. Or I could demand we get married instantly and take you as I please. However, I do understand we are from different cultures, and as I'd rather you didn't hit me off the bat, we will hold off the wedding until you are more comfortable around me. Ideally, you will eventually fall in love, as surely it is very hard for one such as you to reject such a formidable mate as I, even after getting to know me. However, I do understand we can't always get what we want. But at least even if I can't manage to get you to fall in love with me and satisfy you in that way, the least I can do is please you in other ways, perhaps? We shall see in the future if you are more willing to partake in such activities. But for now, it is probably best if you stay here, safe inside of this cave. I will return eventually with supplies for you, and just for your reference, I will know if you try anything fishy. But until then, rest well, my dear. I shan't be long.